Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. PNL Patreon family, big up on yourself. And if you have not yet joined the PNL Patreon family, click on the link in the description below and sign up. Being a part of the PNL Patreon family is your way of supporting this movement. So, all the while, we have all kind of bad things to say about the fire personnel or the fire department. I got this message from a subscriber last night. It is on your screen. It says, "Good night, Popeye. Sorry for the late text. Please, I'm asking you to use your platform to say this for us. Much thanks and appreciation to the Lucy Fire Department for their professionalism and prompt response time to the bushfire at Industry Cove. Wednesday evening, January 4. They did a great job and our gratitude is endless. We, the residents of Industry Cove, are thankful. Lucy Fire Department, enough respect. Big up on yourself." So today, we are trying to do 4 videos. There is a whole lot of stories to tell. If we can't do 4, we are definitely gonna try and do 3. Yesterday, I told you about the demise of Corporal Horace McDermott, and I promised to do some digging and give you more details. Well, I did some digging, and as promised, I have a lot of details for you. Firstly, I'm gonna give you some details as to what may have led him to take his own 3 points, and more details surrounding his death itself. Horace McDermott. He was born on November 7, 1964. He was 58 years old. Like I told you yesterday, Horace McDermott, he has been a policeman for over 30 years. He spent all his career as a policeman in the parish of Westmoreland. He was a corporal of police. Now, Corporal McDermott, he bought a piece of land and he built a house at Walter Chedising Housing Scheme at Landilo in the parish of Westmoreland. He got married many years ago. That union produced one child, a son. The son, he shares Corporal Horace McDermott's name. That son, we are told that he's in his late 20s. He's known as Junior. Horace McDermott Jr. Like I told you yesterday, Corporal McDermott and his wife, they separated years ago, and this was not because she was having an affair like I saw persons saying elsewhere. What we are learning is that Corporal McDermott's wife's mother, she was living with Corporal McDermott and his wife and son at their matrimonial home. Things were falling apart, and Corporal McDermott, he blamed his wife's mother for a lot of things. We are told that Corporal McDermott, he told his wife that her mother would have to leave. His wife, she decided that, well, if she have to leave, I am leaving with her, and that she did. She moved out some stuff out of the house, and she, her mother, and their son left the house. Do you remember that post that Corporal McDermott made on his Facebook page just a few days ago? It says, "The causes of separation in a family, close relatives, friends and associates." Corporal McDermott, he was now living alone, and he didn't move in another woman into the house like some men would do. We are told that he expressed to persons close to him that he still loved his wife, and he's hoping that one day she would return home. Corporal McDermott, he was involved in a serious motor vehicle accident. It is said that he was feeling a lot of pain due to this accident. We are told that Corporal McDermott, he was having some serious financial issues. We are getting unconfirmed reports that his estranged wife, she had initiated divorce proceedings, and Corporal McDermott, he had to be paying her on a monthly basis. We are told that at times, Corporal McDermott, he would complain that he didn't have anything in the house to eat and he was broke. He also didn't have a motor vehicle for himself until last week. He used to complain to persons that whenever he was ready to leave work to go home, there was always an issue because his colleagues, they were reluctant in taking him home. Sometimes he had to go on the street, dressed in his uniform, and got a taxi to go home. We are told that recently he applied for a loan at a financial institution and he was able to purchase a Toyota Voxy. This added more financial pressure to Corporal McDermott. We are also learning that to ease his financial pressure, Corporal McDermott, he was planning on renting out the house and go and rent a 1-bedroom somewhere. That way, he would be able to deal with some of his monthly obligations. Like I said yesterday, Corporal McDermott, he was on vacation leave. At the first part of his leave, he got a job at Doyley's funeral home, driving one of the hearses. He was filling in for one of the drivers who was on vacation leave. That driver, he returned, and Corporal McDermott, he was relieved of that job. It is said that Corporal McDermott and his son, Junior, they had a good relationship. Junior, he would go to the house on weekends and spend time with his father. On Tuesday afternoon, January 3, 2023, Junior, he spoke to his dad on the phone. We are told that afternoon, Corporal McDermott, he was seen watering his plants in his yard. About 8:30 that same night, Junior tried calling his father, but the phone, it rang without an answer. This wasn't strange because we are told that Corporal McDermott, he normally turned off his phone at night. So maybe Junior was thinking, okay, him gone to bed and forgot to turn off his phone. Yesterday morning, Wednesday, January 4, 2023, about some minutes to 8 o'clock, Junior, he was on his way to work when he again tried to call his father. He still was not getting through. As a result, Junior called one of Corporal McDermott's neighbors and asked him to go and check on his father because he was unable to get him on the phone. The neighbor checked, but the house, it was securely locked up. The neighbor also tried calling him, but he got no response. As a result, the neighbor told Junior of his observations. Junior, who was on his way to work, he turned back because by now he must be thinking, this is unlike my father. When Junior reached the house at Walter Chedising, he realized that he didn't have his keys to enter the house. But then he remembered that there was a window that he could enter the house through. He and his neighbor, they entered the house, and what Junior saw will change his life forever. There was his father, 58-year-old Corporal Horace McDermott Sr., lying motionless on the floor. He was dressed in a brown shirt with his lower body resting on the floor and his upper body resting on an inflated mattress in the living room. Corporal McDermott, he has been sleeping in the living room on the inflated bed for years. He told close friends that he didn't sleep in the bedroom because in there reminded him too much about his wife, who he loved so much. He had dried up blood on the right side of his head. His licensed 9mm Browning pistol, it was seen on the floor beside his body. The police were called, and when they inspected their colleague, Corporal McDermott, he had a single gunshot wound to the right side of his head. One 9mm spent shell was also found beside his body. Whatever Corporal McDermott was going through, he decided that this was the easiest way to go. Right now, right here now, there are many men going through worse than, or they are thinking that they are going through worse than what Corporal McDermott was going through. Corporal McDermott, he had a roof over his head. Many persons have to sleep on the streets, or landlords are pressuring them for rent. Corporal McDermott, he had a licensed gun. Instead of using that gun to take his own life, you know how much money Corporal McDermott could be earning with that gun legally right now? There are several security companies that are willing to pay up to $500 per hour to license firearm holders. Corporal McDermott, he could easily be making at least $5,000 per day as a security officer. He was on vacation leave, so he had time. I know that there is a lot of you listening to me right now. You are going through worse than what Corporal McDermott was going through. Some of you have women who will give you a bun. You might have lost your job. You're about to lose your vehicle or your home. All kind of issues. Like Corporal McDermott, you too are thinking of the easiest way out. Remember me tell you, there is always a better way out. And I'm not just talking because me love chat. I have been there. Like I've been promising you. One day I will tell you about Popeye the person. I am halfway into my autobiography, and when it's complete, I'm gonna be sharing it chapter by chapter with you, my viewers, my subscribers. I am sure that Corporal McDermott, he loved his son Junior very much, and if he could have seen the pain he left Junior in, I am sure that if he could, he would rewind the clock. But guess what? He can't. Sad indeed. Junior, yes, you Junior, stay strong and don't let what your father did define you. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land